It's too early for this. Hey, I'm Sally Kate.
And I'm Layton.
And you're watching the Snooze.
Broadcast for the student, by the student.
Now let's get into some Snooze news. The outbreak of the adenovirus in a New Jersey healthcare facility has left 10 dead and 30 infected. Adenovirus type 7 is the cause of the outbreak, and its symptoms are most commonly associated with acute respiratory disease. The affected facility stated that it's working alongside health experts to investigate the viral outbreak, and that it promptly notified all appropriate government agencies when the virus was initially identified.
Earlier this week, Americans took to the polls to vote for the 2018 midterm elections. With a staggering 114 million votes cast, this was a historically high amount. With 222 Democrats and 199 Republicans, the Democrats took control of the House. The U.S. Senate now has 51 Republican members and 45 Democratic members, so the Republicans remain in control of the Senate. Now for some local news.
Ole Miss's football program received its final ruling from the NCAA's Infractions Appeal Committee.
This ruling closed the IAC upholding the COI's initial ruling for the 2018 bowl ban.
Ole Miss will be ineligible for postseason play should the Rebels hit 6 wins this season.
Currently, Ole Miss holds a 5-3 record with 4 games remaining in the 2018 football season.
In other news, the Oxford Chargers are playing Madison Central tonight at 7 p.m. Be sure to go out and support your Chargers.
Also, on October 30th, 4 women were sworn in as Fayette County's first CASA class.
The court-appointed special advocate strives to ensure the fair placement of children entangled in court proceedings.
Each volunteer is assigned one child who is going through the process. This chapter of CASA will be the only one in North Mississippi and will benefit many children and families.
This week, this news covered the African American History Club here at Oxford High School. Let's take a look.
Okay, so it's about learning about African American history, but also doing community service projects and just learning about Oxford's history with African Americans.
So this year they're kind of working on what their mission's going to be, but so far there's been sort of an emphasis on local history in Oxford and like trying to understand that aspect of our community.
We focus on learning more about history and just different events that go around locally that deal with African American history, or even just history in general, that we find interesting, that we go and support.
I know that recently Claire Holmes and Madrika Smalley had shown interest in getting the club going again, and so I said, hey, there's some local opportunities right now. So we really tried to, we've had a lot of meetings recently to try to get them to come out and help with the event that took place on October 27th.
We went to the lynching memorial that they had a couple weeks ago, and then we went to the lynching museum.
It has several names, but it's called the Legacy Museum, but it's along with a memorial to the more than 4,000 individuals who were lynched in the South between 1880s and 1940s. And there's a monument for that that's just really amazing, but then there's a museum component that focuses on the history of racial injustice in the United States, from Reconstruction all the way to the disproportionate number of African Americans in jail today. Just listen up for announcements and come to club meetings, and if you don't have time for that, then particularly when we get into February, we're going to really be working some on Black History Month.
Just tag along. I mean, we try and post things on Schoology. We have our meetings, so if you hear things that we might be interested in as a group or that you might be interested in doing with us, just come to us.
I know that they just feel like that right now in our history we really need to highlight African American history as helping us understand American history.
Alright guys, this is Hassle in the Halls. Let's go. Can you sing the last song that you heard on the radio?
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong.
How many veggies can you name in 5 seconds? I don't know. Okay, can you name 5 U.S. presidents?
Barack Obama, Ronald Reagan, Trump, Abraham Lincoln, and George Washington.
Interesting. Can you name 5 veggies in 5 seconds?
5 veggies.
Corn, green, beans, potatoes, tomatoes.
Broccoli, cucumber, tomato, carrot.
West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, country roads.
What's heavier, 500 pounds of brick or feathers? Bricks, okay.
James Madison, Abraham Lincoln, Obama, Donald Trump, and George Washington.
You already said that.
Dude, Hassel in the halls. This is Hassel in the classroom.
Can you name a book? Chicken. Do y'all like chicken nuggets or chicken strips better?
Chicken nuggets.
Why?
Both.
Both why?
Because they don't taste the same.
Do you like chicken nuggets or chicken strips better?
Nuggets.
Why?
Because, I don't know. It's like bite-sized instead of like pulling the chicken tenders apart, I guess. I don't know.
Chicken strips longer. You get more meat.
You get more for your buck. You get more for your buck.
I like chicken. It's kind of wet.
It's very wet. Just a little wet. Very wet. Oh gosh. Very intense.
Cameron, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Why? Oh, okay.
And since there's no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
What 3 things would you bring with you on a stranded island?
A deck of cards, my dog.
A really good book. Okay.
I like chicken.
Ernest, name a book.
Six Impossible. Oh, it's deep.
It is not a book.
Ooh, the Diary Whoopie Kid, fool.
The diary won't be a kid.
It is a book. Oh, okay.
It is?
What else?
Can you sing the last song that you heard, please?
They tried to get me in there, but I quit.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of The Snooze. I'm Sally Kate,
And I'm Layton.
and we'll see you next time.